I already know today's going to be a bit unhinged. Hello, I am Kennie JD, content creator, nosy bitch, as well as indie musician.
What's up, man? It's Sean Pecos, the ultimate dot connector.
And welcome to Connect the Dots. Connect the Dots is an incredibly special set of conversations where we discuss not only what happens on the court, in the booth, or behind the scenes, but also take an unfiltered look at stardom and culture.
You can't learn funny in school, you can learn comedy. I know plenty of people went to school to get a background.
We get to know who people are, what drives them, inspires them, motivates them, makes them into fully fleshed out people. A real humanistic look at those you know and love.
If I wasn't a comedian, I'd be a professional sugar daddy.
Aficionado.
So here's the story. Hey, that's how we got it edited out.
Shoutouts to our partners C4 Smart Energy and PrizePicks. Love you all. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Connect the Dots. I am your co-host, Kennie JD, along with big man, Sean Pecos.
Welcome, Connected Dots. I'm here with Kenny JD, Sean Pecos in the house.
And
what do we have today, Kenny
Today,
JD?
we have a very exciting guest, a buttload of personality, and a buttload of talent. Today, we have that Mexican out of Texas, that Mexican OT.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hell yeah, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I feel like I gotta hold on before I gotta take my sweatshirt off.
Get cash.
Yeah. T-shirt on.
Come on, show the tats. Show the
Show the
tats.
tats.
Going, you know what I mean? We
Show
gotta
the
get it
tats,
right.
man.
I keep holding off on getting tats, and now this is the peer pressure that I need.
Don't be scared,
Get it
dude.
going.
So yes, you have been quite a force. Basically, we've kind of gotten a rundown of your music. Biggest song, most likely, is going to be Johnny Dang featuring Drody and Light Skin King Paul Wall, as I used to call him as a child.
Light skin king. That's
Because
wild.
when I
I'm
was-
gonna call him that when I see him.
Because when I was 6, I thought he was black. And now you have a recent release with DaBaby. Point him out.
Yeah.
So give us a plug a little bit about
Working
your
with
current
Baby.
music.
Well, first of all, working with Baby was cool. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the video with him and everything. I grew a whole new level of respect for him. His professionalism, his talent, and all that. You know, just being able to see it firsthand was super cool. You know what I'm saying? The way he carried himself is very player. It's very just nice. So, doing that with him was cool. The song I was a big fan of it. Hearing his verse when it came back, it was cool. And but the new I'm just excited for you to hear the rest of the project,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like when I drop songs, I'll be already so sick of them and tired of them that I don't even want to hear it no more. Like, to point them out, I've been jamming it forever already, you know? To me, it's like, man, turn that shit off.
And then your previous album, Lone Star Luchador. I just love the names of everything, by the way. Lone Star Luchador, and then you have an upcoming project in March, correct?
March 1st, it's going to be called Texas Technician.
The man knows how to title things.
What's the story behind the technician? How did you get there?
At first started off as a joke because you got all these women that are like doing nails and hair. And
Oh, they meant like a nail tech. Oh.
Love that.
they're like, I'm a technician, bitch, you do nails. That's like a janitor saying, oh yeah, I'm the cleaning technician,
Right.
shout out to the janitors, you know what I'm saying? Because they got that shit looking spiffy, but bro, you're a janitor, just say it like that. So it started off as that. And then another title that I wanted to have was Professional Techs, and boy, I feel like the Texas Technician kind of just fell in line better. And then the TT, the LL, and the Lone Star Luchador, I feel like it was just a good one to keep rolling.
So in Texas, that's what the girls say. Oh, I'm a technician. That's their thing.
I feel like a lot of them are doing it now everywhere. It's like almost getting out of hand.
In New York, what do they say in Detroit? What do the girls? What do they say? D?
You're from Detroit?
Yeah.
You're a gangster.
D, gangster. Look,
Gangster.
That's right. They just say I do hair as far as I know.
That's what's up. I would love that. I'd be like, dude.
But
that's
I
what's
do
up.
hair, I do nails, I do lashes.
That's what's up.
I think that's
In New York, all the girls are models. They like everybody. If they do the Instagram thing, they say, "Oh, I'm a model." Like
Instagram model, even then, those motherfuckers are cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how.
because filters and angles, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, this ain't you, ho. You know? For real. Like, when you're cheating the game, that's like me walking around with a fucking long-ass piece of sausage, strapped to my thigh with some, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do when I take you home, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cheating the game. You can't do that.
Game.
Filters need to be illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I feel like filters is a bad thing anyways. You got people going crazy, getting all these crazy-ass surgeries because they want to look like a filter. Like, you can't even accept how God made you. What makes you think I'm going to accept you? You can't even accept yourself.
That's real. That's real.
So I wanted to, I don't know how I'm going to pivot into this, but I have learned a very interesting fact about you, which
What
is...
the fuck are you going to say?
Apparently, you have an onion with you at all times.
I used to, yeah.
Would you like to tell us why?
It was just what I was into at the time, I needed something had to keep me fucking up,
What did you use it for?
Because I was drinking at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be drinking and, like, I'd be like, how the fuck are these dudes drinking and not going to sleep?
You would eat an onion to stay awake?
Yeah, that's what yeah.
I was wondering if it was like a superstition thing, like a good luck bringing the onion, and it was just to, like, be conscious after drinking.
You just grab that onion, you put a little bit of it on the table, and you just go to work, and now you up.
I don't know what these words mean. What do you mean go to work? It's a man of mystery. I feel like I need to look it up.
I feel like my people that have onions on them, they gonna know. I don't think it's for anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm just checking, like, Offset, if I'm getting any clues from people.
Nah. I don't think anybody. Nah, somebody might have a little onion in this motherfucker. Some of y'all look like y'all get down back there in the white jacket.
So tell us a bit about how you got into rapping. Apparently you started very young.
Yeah, man. As soon as I was talking, I was doing it. Like, I know some people, like, as soon as they were walking, they were boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, like, as soon as I was talking, I was rapping. And just being surrounded by it so much. My mother being pregnant, always jamming it to popping out and her holding me as a baby, jamming it, all my family was in love with music. So, and none of my family even does music, which is crazy. So, like, I think just being around it so much and just loving it so much. I don't even know if it's love. Like, I don't know what it is. My brain that day was soaking everything up, and I just happened to soak everything up that day and just wired it to that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was telling them, man, like, they're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, you think I want to do these fucking interviews? You think I want to go over here and talk to these people? You know what I'm saying? And talking out my ass, of course, like, anything. You think I want to do all this shit? Fuck no. I don't even like going to the corner store. I get homesick going to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but I was like, but it's all worth it because I get to smoke, I get to kick back and, make money and shit. And they were like, well, maybe I just got to get paid more. And it's like, it's not about the money. Like, that's just perks. Like, I would be doing this shit if I was a crackhead on the side of the road. For real.
I think that's my new baseline now. Like, my barometer for love. Like, would I do this still if I were a crackhead?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's poetic.
You know what I'm saying?
But, like, we even heard that even, like, a super young age, like 4 years old, rapping adults.
Hell yeah. I was 4 years old. I was, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. Like, when I was eating adults up, it's probably when I was like 7th grade, 7th grade is, because my dad would have me rap battling grown-ass people, you know what I'm saying? It'd be early morning. He'd come home from a long night, have everybody in the house. He'd bring the after party. It'd be so many women, and there'd be a few dudes there. And the only reason why they're there is because, like, they think they can rap. And my dad, like, motherfucker, I'm finna wake my son up and he finna eat all of you alive. You know what I'm saying? So, like, shit, I just, from there, just started doing that. And then being at school, other kids wanted to rap, so we'd have fun rap battling, talking shit to each other on the bus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just always around it, I remember rapping and, like, having teachers, like, the school bus, the bell done rang, lunch supposed to end, and, you know what I'm saying? Then nobody give a fuck about that. Teachers, everybody's still watching me.
That's cool. Absolutely.
You know, it's crazy. Like, Talk about your dad. I was just talking to him, earlier today. Seems like a real OG. Shout out to Carlos in the building.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, I'm a city boy now. I live in the country, right, in the part of New York. And he said you guys grew up in the Ranchero, right, which is sort of like a real country area in Texas.
Let me show you this picture. I just got it sent to me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if did Ruben send you that picture of Pepo Chico? Dad?
You got to see. I love it.
That shit was playing right. I don't have my
Detroit
phone.
and New York is like real city town. Like, how was that? Like,
Yeah,
you
I had
obviously see that your dad was a big influence in your life. He's very strong,
Correct.
strong-minded man, good dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How was his influence on you?
Yeah.
Man, you know what's crazy, bro? Like, because he was in prison for the longest.
Totally, yeah.
But like, I felt like that motherfucker's dick and balls, So like, I had no choice but to be like him. Like, for one period of time, he wasn't around at all, and I still was just like him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and then when he was around, I didn't want to hear shit that motherfucker was saying. You know, I wasn't hearing it. Like, it was like, it's not even that I wasn't hearing it. I just would already be in a bad mood, so I didn't want to hear it. But I still, I feel like he told me so many times. Eventually, I had no choice but to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But like,
so your influence with the Ranchero, you were about to talk about that growing up in that lifestyle.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't really get to grow up in it because like it was so much of my family that it's like it was almost as if I was running from it.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And trying to be that like a rapper wearing J's and shit like that, it just wasn't working for me. But as soon as I just went back to how all my bop and everybody else dress shit, it flew. It took off.
So it seems from your conversation like you don't like to be around people too much. You like to really do your own thing, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I just be slow boogie, chilling. Yeah.
Mexico OT's he's the dude, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I definitely get that energy though.
You do,
Nah,
right?
you know what? Somebody was just telling me earlier. They're like, "You look like the life of the party." I'm like, I don't even fucking drink.
I'm just here observing.
Yeah, for real. I remember there was this girl. Her name was Alyssa, and she had that song. Remember that song she dropped? It was called like Home. I remember Austin fucking overplayed the shit out of it. But I remember I related to her song crazy. Cause like, she's like, I'm at this party. What am I doing here?
Oh, that song. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
So
I was in
like,
college when that came out. And I
that's it.
remember, ironically, it was playing at a party when I was sitting in the corner like, I don't want to be here.
Right, yeah. Nah, but she made it for us, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
for everybody, it's like, just go home. You don't understand.
Yeah.
I have friends that brought me here.
Yeah, that sucks. That's when it fucking sucks. You have no choice but to sit through
I'm
that
just
shit.
sitting here.
Yeah.
No, like, outside of this, like, I work primarily by myself, content creation. So I'm like in the house.
Yeah, I
most
like
of the
being in the
time.
house. It's away from trouble.
Yeah, but also like it's cool to have like a situation where you got to bring everybody together and then separate as well. And I think more and more now, maybe artists or just people that work online are really making this distinction. Like, I hang out with people and then I go home. And whereas sometimes I'll be with other people and they're like, the parties keep going. And I'm like, y'all don't go to sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody likes to be alone. Okay.
Yeah, I know a few of them, man. But everybody just wired different. I don't get it twisted. Like, you know what? I don't even know how to party. Now that I sit there and think of it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even the music we dance to, I don't even like to dance to. Like,
so you like old school to rap?
Yeah.
Sort of. Does that give you inspiration?
It's just the movement, bro.
Oh, the movement.
You remember In Living Color?
Of course.
Yeah.
You remember how J-Lo and all them would dance on stage? Like, it was just so hip-hoppy. And
I'm from the Bronx. I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
You know who J-Lo
yeah.
is,
So
man.
you know what I'm
Be
saying?
a fly girl.
I like that shit, bro. I
Yeah.
like, I don't think it's called breakdancing. Just
Like
dance.
New
That's
Jack
actually,
swinging.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
to
yeah.
me. That's actually dancing.
That's dancing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit was cardio.
the Dougie and all that shit.
Cardio.
Nobody did that shit up.
Word. You dancing, doing all that.
I saw somebody online. They were like, "This is why nobody has fitness anymore. Is because we don't do shit like on Living Color anymore, or
I'm
like
trying to tell you, bro.
fucking what is it? Like Soul Train lines. We're not doing like
Stuff to do in
the
between.
cocaine
right? Like,
dance breaks. We're not doing that shit anymore.
That's because
the
nobody
problem.
dances in the party no more. Everybody's
They
fucking
don't.
standing around looking at their phones
They don't.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Shit's so lame, bro.
Yeah, I went to a party in New Year's and no one danced until like everyone was going home. It was just one guy that was like, I'm trying everybody. And everybody was like, no, we're on the way home. We just like are here to network and drink. And I'm like, okay. But
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right, quick. So you said Pops was in jail, and we're in the same club. You know, I call this the club. When men lose their mothers, we're all in the same club. You know,
Correct.
that was hard for me. She was there for me for a lot of my life. That was like my gangster, right? Like she did federal prison. Bradford Hills did like 10, 12 years when I was a young kid. So they told me my mom was in school and shit like that. Like, how was that for you growing up? Like, my father was never around. It was like Latino in the Latin community or in black community, a lot of times when your parents aren't around, because either one of those two situations, sort of like your grandparents, right? They sort of automatically come in. And, you know, being Latino, who was that? Who fulfilled that for you and to help you keep you straight till you figured it out? Even though you said Pops was still there for you.
My nanny though, she loved me, babied me, you know what I'm saying? And I remember she got me fat. She just wanted to feed me and love me. Because, like, you know what I'm saying, I was stripped away of so much shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, all she wanted to do was just love me and make me feel good. And she got me all fat and shit. My dad come over, he grabbed my titties and be like, you got milk in there? I'd be like, man, fuck.
I do find that, like, especially in the South, like, instead of saying hello, there is like a "you hungry" instead of like.
Oh, wow.
Like, my dad's from Louisiana,
Yeah.
so all of his
Oh,
people
that's
down
dope.
there, whenever we visit.
Even down to neighbors, like having new neighbors, they greet you with a pie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Like,
mean,
oh,
new
we heard
neighbor.
you in town. Here's a crab boil if you're down in New
Yeah.
Orleans.
It's just that Southern hospitality, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we be out here, I be holding the doors open and shit, and, you know what I'm saying? People, like, look at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I say thank you to people. Like, I remember one time I was out here recording, and I'm talking to homeboy, and I'm like, yeah, please, if you don't mind, fucking redoing that? And I'm just, just talking on how I talk. And he eventually looked at me, he's like, yo, bro, you fucking with me or what? Mad, like, really tight about this shit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm going above and beyond to treat you good right now, motherfucker. And he was like, damn, you really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did he think you were being sarcastic?
I guess. I don't know what the fuck he thought, but you know what I'm saying? Shit. Just Southern hospitality, bro. Nobody like a dickhead.
So as a setup, as upper management brings in,
Upper management.
This
brings
is a
in.
nice one.
Oh.
Is that honey sesame chicken?
All hustlers had real jobs. Always remember that.
Yeah,
All
for
hustlers
sure.
always had real jobs.
I don't give a
So
fuck what it is.
as a reference,
Okay.
we found out that you used to work at P.F. Chang's.
Nah, Panda Express.
Panda Express, my bad.
And
As a reference, we found out that you used to work at Panda Express.
and HEB.
Uh-huh.
And HEB.
HEB?
Both at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hated my manager.
I
at
was going to
Panda.
say, that sounds like you would have some stories.
Yeah, I got stories at HEB for sure. Some of them we can't talk about.
Okay. Do you got one we can?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to my dad about this one a few days ago, maybe a week ago. I remember, so I was a cashier, so I'm meeting all these people all day, every day. And I'm meeting so many different type of people, bro. I'm in Austin, Texas, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a pot of gumbo there, you know? So, like, I'm getting everything. And I eventually meet these two cool-ass motherfuckers that lived in the apartment behind me. They lived in the apartment behind HEB. And I eventually ended up chopping it up with them, seen them on my break a few times, fucked with them. And they were older than me. At the time, I was like 16. They're like, 20, 21, and I went over there one time. I called my stepmom and my mama. I was like, hey, I'm finna pick some shifts up. I'm gonna stay in later. So I'll catch an Uber home at night. And she was like, all right. Oh, no. She did pick me up. This is where it gets crazy. She picked me up. And I don't know why, though, because I'm keeping an eye. So I went to these apartments behind me, and long story short, I ended up tripping on acid. And I'm tripping fucking balls right now, bro. My mom picks me up, and I'm right here, and I jump in the car. We take off, and my mom, she's skinny and tall. And I remember just looking at her, and I was like, this bitch is long. I was like, why is she so long? Like,
The first time I was high on weed, my mother knew. She looked at me. She's like, "You higher than the motherfucker, aren't you?" I'm like,
yeah.
It's a role reversal now, huh? Now how you
It
feel?
was easy to hide weed too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking, cause like I had a radio and it had like 8 CDs, you know what I'm saying? And it would change through all of them. And I'd grab probably like the 8th of weed at most sometimes. And I was smoking, but I really wasn't smoking like that. And I would hide it in my radio, and I would never even have to worry about the weed because they were smoking weed. So they thinking it's they shit, you know? So I just fell right in line. I remember one time Fucking my mom, I don't know why, bro, but she was like one of those ones. She was like, "Oh, I've never been to jail. I've never smoked in my life. I've never been in a fight. Never done this. I've never done that." As you know, now that I'm older, I guess she was just saying it because she wanted me to be good.
Yeah.
You know, but
I learned that I got kids now, right?
yeah,
It's 27, 13, and 6, and then I say like to myself,
damn, that's fucking cool.
yeah, all girls too, OT.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, your dad was talking about kings in the house. He was like, yes, kings surround themselves around kings or
Correct.
other things. This king surrounded by queens.
Yeah.
You know what happens? I'm soft in the house. You know what I'm saying, Los? And just thinking about that, like, you got to figure out who's around you to keep you strong, you know? And my kids, well, when you figure out, you don't want the same thing that you grew up or how you grew up with the experiences for your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So even if you feel like you got to lie to them to say, like, this is not what I did or what I went
Yeah.
through, until they get to the point where they know that it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
But
correct.
you want to use it to protect your kids. And I think that's something that's hard in the Latin community or black community because we feel like we're stuck between the rock and the hard
That's where you
place.
hit it. Like, eventually I'm going to get to the age where, like, okay, he knows bullshit. I'm like 16, 17 years old. She's like, I ain't never. I'm like, all right, mama.
Mine was the opposite because my parents.
They were raw.
No, my parents thought I was doing shit, and I wasn't. I was an anime fan.
Oh,
I was just sitting there like at work.
What they think you were doing?
I don't know.
You had to have been doing some crazy shit for them to assume you were doing
No,
some crazy
I think
shit.
they were just paranoid. They were like, we expected this to be harder. We expected this to be weirder.
Yeah,
You're in
that
that
makes
teenage
sense.
phase.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you smoking and drinking and fucking no. Like, I was playing Final Fantasy, dude.
That's how my cousin Drayton is, man. To this day, I don't think I've ever seen him fuck up. I
Clean
remember-
slate, right?
Yeah, my dad would be talking to him like, Drayton, like, fuck up. It's okay. It's okay.
Do it now, Drayden. Fuck up before you get older.
It's okay.
But I think I grew up backwards because I started fucking up like 25, and they didn't know what to do at that point. They were like, "Oh my god, we never had."
'Cause we
these-
can't tell her
Like
nothing.
we don't know what to do now because you damn near 30. But
Turned out pretty good, Kenny. JD.
I think I did okay. I now have the space to fuck up now. Think about it that way.
Sick.
Yo, so talk to me a little bit about Texas. So, you know, I got some homies, man. I'll tell you a story about me in Houston. So Slim Thug is my guy, man.
Sick.
Slim Thug, I know you do a lot of work with Paul Wall, a couple of those other guys. Slim is a guy that when I first went to Texas to hang out, we hung out with him and his brother and a bunch of people. And at that time, I was working very closely with Pharrell. So that's how he got hooked up
sick.
to sign with Pharrell.
Damn,
and his
that's
record label,
sick.
so I linked him up.
You
My
know
man
what's
got me.
crazy? You saw the Louis Vuitton run?
Yeah.
They should have at least had Slim Thug walk.
Yeah, you right about that.
Like, bro,
They should have had Slim in that, man.
they should. I mean, even if he don't wear it, bro, it just makes sense.
It just 100%.
and then their connection,
Yeah,
like back
100%.
then.
Then back to him being signed to Star
Get
Trek.
the
Yeah, you're
fuck
right. Yo,
out
come
of here,
on,
bro.
P,
They
man. You
should have.
supposed to look.
I'm pissed off they didn't
We're
have
gonna
Slim.
call P, man. We're gonna find out, man. They had the
For real,
Cowboys
you
up.
got questions you need to answer. You got questions you need to answer. Hey, bro, and they came Texas as fuck. They was cowboyed up. Like, I was
What's
like,
a cowboy gangster, man? Tell me the definition of a cowboy gangster.
man, bro, a cowboy. Both of them are mentalities. A cowboy, you know. I got it. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Take your time, baby.
A cowboy is work, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. A gangster is somebody that'll teach and show. So you just get those two together.
All right.
That's what a gangster cowboy is. Cowboy is work. Gangster is knowledge and teaching.
And that bleeds into your music too, I'd imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my music is just nonsense. Like, it's just...
I saw the rooster. There was a video of you holding like a chicken and doing a
Yeah.
freestyle.
there was one I was holding a chicken, one I was holding a rooster.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What prompted that, or just to like solidify that?
It was just there, so I picked them up. It was just there. They're everywhere over there.
where were you?
In
guys?
West Columbia.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility to hold that, man, to keep that Houston sound going. It's a very integral part of hip
I
hop.
thought you
Yeah,
meant
I
like
feel
hold
like- I
the
feel like-
chicken for a second. I was like, it is a big responsibility to hold the chicken.
I
I
feel
had a
like
couple
Texas
of chickens
been-
too before I was married.
I feel like Texas is so slept on too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you had like Lil Wayne is the greatest of all time, and you had him reciting Big Mo's lyrics. You know?
Oh wow.
You had Drake fucking doing music because of Zero.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that November 18th, they were like, and he from fucking Canada. He came to Houston, Texas, and fell in love with it. Fell in love with all the strippers out there. Fell in love with Drank. Fell in love with Arstilo. And that's just even back then that Texas has been slept on. You know, like even now, you know, like even before me, we had Ronnie, we had Maxwell, we had Sauce, we had Yayo, we had all of them. We had the Mexicans. We had Lucky Luciano. We had fucking Bing. You know what I'm saying? What's homeboy's name? What's that Mexican rapper from Houston? GT Garza. I don't know. I had a brain fart. I don't know why I couldn't say it. GT Garza. We had, you know, and they're like, bro, they're solid, but like they just slept on. You know, honestly, I think just because they're Mexicans, like me. Even back then, I remember rapping and black people be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I just put it in their face so much and just got so good at it. They had no choice but to respect it. Like, because if you don't, you just look like a dry ass hater. And nobody want to be a dry ass hater.
Right. I noticed that when I used to go down and visit the box in Houston, shout out to Steve and GT, there were two big DJs down there, but they used to play a lot of clubs that I saw that was heavily in the Latino community, you know what I mean? So many Latins in Houston. It was crazy because one of the records back in the days that I would work, like it would be like a borderline, Kenny, like your West Coast music on the West Coast, right? And then the East Coast music be on the East Coast, but like Houston would be the border to like sort of get the music across, right?
Yeah.
We'd have like records with YG and Young Jeezy, Jeezy being from Atlanta, YG being from, you know, I'm telling my age now, California at that time, but Texas was a big place where we could play that music that everybody could relate.
Yeah, correct.
And they were able to help each other cross over. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Crazy. Houston is a very, very integral part. I always think when it comes
Just
to
the
music.
South in general,
Yeah,
even
the
like
South,
Mississippi, Louisiana,
Yeah.
like shit, they got some hard ass stilos that are South side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Dorian.
Yo, so we're talking to Mexican OT, right? We're talking about cowboy gangsters, right? So I was just telling you I had a good conversation with your
Damn,
dad.
you picked that
so we thought
motherfucker
it's only
right
right
back
that we
up.
bring Big Carlos in. Los, come in for a minute, man. What's up, my brother?
Welcome.
Thank you for coming in. Come on, man. We're big on representation and
We figured we'd
Family.
just get the information from the source.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Have a seat right there, my brother. So tell everybody who you are. Let the people know.
Man, Carlos Moreno. It's my beautiful son right here, Virgil Renee. Everybody calls me Chuck. And man, for a long time I didn't think this motherfucker was listening, but it is amazing as a father to realize that he was always watching. You dig?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If my father came to me busting out of that baggy sweatshirt, I ain't got no choice but to listen either. You know what I'm saying, Mexican OT?
Come on.
Love that, man. We was talking, you was kicking some jewels over there, and just in talking with OT, you could just see, I know, like you're saying, you wasn't around when he was young, but you could see a lot of your manhood is instilled in him. How happy is it to see, man, your offspring doing good like that, man?
Man, I can't even, words will never express it, you know, because people always say you must be proud of your son. Well, man, I was proud of this motherfucker when he had a 7 in math. You know, so for
On my
me,
report card.
for me, the most beautiful thing about everything is just to truly see my son finally happy.
Right.
You did? Because, you know, me gone all those years in prison, he lost his mother, and, you know, like, I knew he was just as fucked up as I was when I got home.
Right.
So you know what? And I've always had a good support team.
Right.
You dig? We're never villains, but we are outlaws.
Respect
dig?
that. Ooh, never villains, but we are outlaws. I like that. How's your relationship now with your pops, OT? Talk about it, man. That must be a blessing
Yeah, it's something that I've always wanted, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to have it now is just cool, and it's perfect timing now, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I could just be comfortable in me to the fullest and, like, you know what I'm saying, and really not have to worry about things. It's cool, like, you know, because, like, I always just wanted to have my father proud, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want the recognition from their parents, you know, so just having that shit cool as fuck, you know?
And shit. For me, man, you know, his whole life I wanted to be his best friend. But I couldn't. I had to be his father. Because I couldn't let him get away with that whole ass shit kids try to get away with.
That's right.
I was like, if I don't fuck you up right now, you're going to think it's okay to be a whole ass dude.
Right.
You're gonna grow up and do this to a grown man, and they're going to want to shoot you in the face because I want to shoot you in the face.
Right.
So take this ass whooping. Now give me a hug. I love you. It's not all right.
My pops, man, we hang out still to this day, and we have fun and fuck around. But he always tells me, I brought your ass into this world, I'll take your ass out. You know, so that always try to kept me on the straight line to do the right thing.
You know, man, I take pride in not even arguing with my friends. You
Right.
dig?
Right.
You know, I feel like there's always a way to solve every problem through communication, as long as everybody's willing.
Right.
You dig? But, like, if you don't want peace, I'll force it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, man, dude, it's just beautiful to watch him be the boss that he is in his life. You dig?
I love that, man. I love that.
And then to be able to even participate in a way, seeing him, like...
Man, this shit never gets old. I've been seeing the same reaction since he was a kid in my kitchen. You know, like, we have after parties from the strip club and shit. He be in bed and, you know, motherfucker always thinks they can rap, so I'll be like, all right, hold up. I'll go upstairs, I'll be like, son, you ready to beat ass? He's like, Dad, I got school in the morning. I'm like, nigga, fuck school. You don't give a fuck about school. You come down here and beat ass. Let's go. He'd be like, all right, Dad, let's go.
We need to have your pops put like a class together for some of these young rappers in case they get online. Quick ass whooping in the line and get you right back into it.
Man, it would always be fascinating because I'd literally be riding around hitting licks and he would be in the passenger seat, you know, and I would have him rapping over other rappers. And it blew my mind, like, I can't stop singing this song and you're making some badass shit. Man, he got shit from the 7th grade he wrote that smacks today. I remember for a year he didn't cuss in none of his music and would go for like 5-10 minutes straight easy, writing 100-bar songs every day.
Really?
Every day. Like, man, bro, anytime he was supposed to be doing something, he was writing music 24 hours a day. Since I was in the penitentiary, he'd come see me, he'd start doing shit on the radio. I'll be like, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear what's on your mind.
We are excited to announce that C4 Smart Energy is the official energy drink sponsor of the Connect the Dots podcast. It's harder than ever these days to stay focused with endless distractions and shorter attention spans. It can feel impossible to stop scrolling and actually get work done. Thankfully, C4 Smart Energy has reinvented the energy drink game with C4 Smart Energy, the only energy drink clinically proven to provide enhanced mental focus. C4 Smart Energy is formulated with 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from green coffee beans, plus potassium, niacin, vitamin B12, to help support well-being and help you feel your best, all while boosting metabolism and promoting fat burn. From your brain to your body, C4 Smart Energy is the energy drink that does it all and tastes amazing. C4 Smart Energy is available at Target, Amazon, and anywhere else you get energy drinks. Go grab a can and share on social media, tagging C4 Energy and the Connect the Dots podcast to show us how Smart Energy helps you stay focused wherever you are. C4 Smart Energy, stay focused.
When you were like encouraging him to rap in front of friends, family, whoever.
I did it because it entertained the shit out of me. And
I was going to
I
ask.
never heard any bullshit ever come out of his mouth.
I was going to ask, did you think that you were doing it for him to propel into a career into it?
No, I was being selfish as fuck. That's why I was waking him up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
I was like, I just want to hear some shit.
Like, it was just, man, I mean, go back to the beginning of his shit and listen to Everything's a Bullseye. Well, you know, I'm his biggest fan, so that's why I would never even brag about him when he was a kid. I'd be like, just put any beat on, I don't give a fuck. He's going to make you forget about it because he's going to run it.
And keep in mind, he jamming Ghetto Boys and shit like that at the time. So, like, these are 5-minute long beats that I'm rapping over, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about 2-3 minutes in, and I start slowing down. He'd be like, the beat ain't over?
Get back on the fucking beat. Shit.
Like freestyle?
He made it, yeah.
Going.
He made that shit look so easy. So I was like, and then for a while, you know, he was like, man, Dad, everybody says they're going to be a rapper. I don't even want to be a rapper no more. I was like, shut the fuck up and hit this beat.
And we're here, man.
We're here.
It's like, it was like gladiator school for it, you know, but man, it was, I mean, I didn't know what else to do. I just loved it, bro. Like, since forever, I just always wanted to do this. So I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah. Which leads us, perhaps, really smoothly into a segment for C4 Smart Energy, the official energy drink of the Connect the Dots podcast. And during this segment, we like to ask people what they do to stay focused. So in your craft, in your performing, in whatever you're doing, like, what do you have a ritual to stay focused, or do you just have a mindset?
I think I'm just wired to it. So, like, I'm just always attentive to it, you know, because I don't think I ever really see myself slacking on the creative side, the music side, you know, like, there'd be some times that I don't want to leave the house, and that might hold me back a little bit, so, like, I might have to refocus on things like that, you know what I'm saying, but I think coming back to reality is what helps me stay focused on things like that. And as far as music and shit like that, man, fuck it, nothing distract me. I want more, you know. What he said to Will Ferrell, I'm not satisfied, I'm never satisfied. What did he say?
You know, that Blazer still with her when Will Ferrell, when the coaches ask him, like, how come you want more? He's like, because I'm never fucking satisfied. And I was like, God damn, I can relate to that. Because no matter how much I have, I want fucking more.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what, to go along with, like, because you always got to make sure you stay focused on your desires, not your distractions. And it's easy to stay focused on your desire when you find your lane and your passion. Like, for me, fitness, training, fighting, all that saved my life. For my son, music saved his. You dig? And so, like, ever since he was little, I was like, son, it takes that much fucking effort for you to be successful because your generation ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. And so it's cool to watch him tell his friends that story and shit, and you know, and it's fascinating and it's very impressive for me to watch my son walk around in the confidence I know he should have had since he fell out of my nuts. So when he first moved out, you know, I remember the day my son, he called. I was working in Houston, and they called, and it's like, Virgil said he's moving out. And it's like 2 months left of school, so I drive over there, pick him up from school the next day. I got his bag packed, debit card, money, everything for him. And I'm thinking, I was like, you know what, son? As much as I want to stop you from moving out right now, this is the fucking first executive decision you've ever made as a young man, and I have to respect that. You dig? And I was like, you know what? My house always has a revolving door for you. Everywhere I get a house, I always got, still to this day, an extra room for him. And but man, when he left, he never came back. He made it. This is where he's at today. And I'm glad I didn't stop him, because when kids, you ask them, hey son, what do you want to do? I don't know, Dad. Whatever you want to do. What do you want to eat? I don't know, Dad. Whatever you want to eat. Where you want to go? I don't know. Wherever you want to go. So when he made this decision, I'm like, well, I'm actually proud of you. Shit, let your fucking nuts hang in. You know, and like, now the rest is history. You know, like, ever since he was little and could do this, I was like, you go get the cup, push that chair up, I'll get the milk, we'll do it together, I ain't gonna do it for you. I always wanted him to know that, I mean, like, fucking standing, be proud, chest out, chin up. I told him that his whole life. Don't drag your fucking feet.
I love that.
So hanging with Peck, CC, Tiafo, and all of these sports legends has really made me get into PrizePicks, the official daily fantasy sponsor of Connect the Dots. PrizePicks is so simple, and to be honest, really means more than traditional sports for me. It's the esports I absolutely love. As y'all know, I'm a bit of a gamer, so the fact that I can make selections on Call of Duty is pretty awesome. It makes watching the matches so much better. and I'm really starting to get into the teens. I'm excited for us to have some WNBA legends, Caitlin, Sabrina. Hopefully you're listening so I can make my selection on those games and Peck can take me courtside, perhaps. As a Michigan girl, I even got my friends into making selections on NBA games, but the Pistons, yeah. PrizePicks for me is about simplicity between the ability to use Apple Pay and easily deposit, or the promotions like Taco Tuesday. I have been having so much fun bouncing my selections off Peck. Hit the description for the official link to use code CTD for a first deposit match up to $100.
So we are back with a beloved segment on Connect the Dots, which is the GOAT bracket. And today we are talking about, because we're talking about Texas, we figured we would bring back the Condiment Goat bracket because people tend to have very strong opinions. So we're going to start off with hot sauce versus barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Sweet. Now we'll do mayo versus mustard.
Mayo. Without a doubt.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Ketchup versus soy sauce.
Ketchup.
I love opinionated people. They just go straight in. No waffling. Blue cheese versus ranch.
Ranch.
All right.
That's all this shit.
For sure.
So that puts us at barbecue sauce versus mayo.
Barbecue sauce.
All right. Ketchup versus ranch.
We might wrestle on that one.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. All right. So that's barbecue sauce versus ketchup.
Ketchup.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
That means our ultimate winner today is ketchup. I know. I know they were looking for support somewhere, and they finally got it from the Connect the Dots podcast. Thank you. So, like you said, you have an album coming out
Yes, man. March 1st.
March 1st. Okay. Texas Technician.
Texas Technician. Yes,
Everybody
ma'am. I got
check it
some
out.
crazy features on there. I got Slim on there. I got Zero. I got some more shit with Paul on there. I got Drody on there, I believe. I got my boy Hawk Boomer on there, Bay City Legend. I got my Uncle Moan and my cousin Homer. I paid, bro. All right, so look, my Uncle Moan and my cousin Homer are the reasons why I'm rapping.
Oh, dope.
Correct. Like they're the fire under my ass, and then from there, you know what I'm saying? My cousin Homer, we call him Homer Pimpson. He made a
That's awesome.
yeah. Shout out.
Again, the names never cease. They're
Come
so
on,
good.
Shout out Homer. Anyways, he made this logo and it was a blueprint and it had KDC on it. And you know, I sent it to my boy Sonny out there in Austin, Mark Robinson Jewelers. Shout out my boy for sure. And he came correct with the diamond work and got some pendants made, got some necklaces for him, and you know what I'm saying, just gave them the rap look and the rapper, you know, life, just real quick. And you know, I think it was cool to do because it's all some Kick Dough shit. You know, the song's called Kick Dough Freestyle. They're ending my project. They're ending Texas Technician. So, you know, just being able to do that
Full
was
circle
just,
moment.
Yeah,
Full
it was
circle.
just cool as fuck.
And this album's nailed in the coffin, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I fuck with it, man. You know what I'm saying? It was fun, bro. It was fun making the new people that I got to work with. I never thought that I'd be able to work with any of these people, especially Zero. What the fuck? Like, like to me, like, all right, this is gonna sound crazy as fuck to a lot of people, but to me, like, Zero is already like a Texas Tupac, you know, and I think he killing all those waves, you know. And now don't get it twisted. Obviously, Tupac inspired the whole fucking world, but I'm talking about when it comes to music wise, nah, that boy Zero just an animal. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that motherfucker was at my birthday party. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm talking about, I done already walked into the party. I came out, I done chopped it up with everybody. And then they were like, look, I think B-Don was like, yeah, did you say what's up to Zero? I was like, fuck is it? What the fuck is he here? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, he's right there in the front yard. And I just see him by himself. One deep as fuck. Hey, I'm talking about he just sitting over here by himself holding a glass of some, you know, like a little glass of ice or some liquor, just looking cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dog, shit was a dream, you know, so.
I want to ask you one more question before
ahead,
we
go
head out.
ahead.
I see you got tattoos, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We connected dots. See, I'm big into tattoos too in Mexican culture. By the way, my man Cartoon, he's Mexican. He does all my work.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that name.
Yeah, Cartoon is huge, man. He's my
Right.
brother out of L.A. He's an artist.
I
He's an
think
artist.
maybe my buddy Nate was telling me about him.
He started out as one of the biggest tattoo
Sick.
artists in the world, but he's an artist now. He does a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff in L.A. He's one of my close homies.
Sick.
I was telling your pops, Chuck,
I would love to get
when he
some
came
work.
to New York, I want to hook y'all up because that's what we do at Connect the Dots. We try to put people together. But what's so ironic is that he was my homie. So when he used to come from Cali, we used to take him to the Bronx. He wanted to see the hood. We'd take him go see Fat Joe and everybody uptown
Sick. Shout
and
out
the BX,
Fat
and he
Joe,
loved
man.
it. You know, he was used to wear different shoes, but we got to wear Air Force Ones and showing him our culture in New York and things of that sort, which is dope. But if you would love, I would love to hook you up with his son. That's what's crazy now. His son is Lefty. He's a big tattoo artist now, young homie. So if you would allow us to at Connect the Dots,
Yeah,
we would
for
love
sure.
one day to link you guys up with Tune, man,
That'd
and
be
his son
sick.
Lefty, man.
Yeah, sick as
They're
fuck.
big and loved and well respected, not
His
only
cool
in the Mexican
portraits,
culture.
I've always wanted my nanny on my back.
Yeah.
My nanny, I got a picture of my nanny.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
talking about she looked beautiful. She looked like an Indian. Like if she had feathers, I want to put feathers in her hair for the tattoo.
Fire. Trust me, they're the two best in the world. To me, there's nobody better than Cartoon and his son Lefty.
Sick.
So we'd love to link you up when you go. I know you ain't been on the west side, Cali, but when you get over, make sure we link y'all up.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Tune and Lefty.
All right, yeah, hell yeah. I also want to thank y'all so much for having me, man. I enjoyed
Thank
talking to
Thank
y'all.
you guys, man. Love
Yeah,
always,
thank you,
brother.
homie.
Love,
Thank
respect.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
OT.
There you go. Yeah,
Appreciate
blessings,
you.
baby.
We're gonna
Blessings.
come out to we're gonna come out to your hood and hang out with y'all. That's what we like.
We
to
got
do.
red
I love
carpet.
Texas.
We're going to give you red carpet, man.
All right. All right.
And that is a wrap.